more bump than a vehicle does.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
And this is all of our storage. Okay.
If you guys want to poke your head in that door, I'll be on this side and we'll go through the cabin.
Okay.
Oh, real quick. How did you use that?
I'll go over that.
Oh, it's in from the inside. Good.
Okay.
All right, so at the head of the bed, you've got 2 reading lights. One tap turns on a blue night light, and then brief hold brings on the warm reading light. And these can be rotated and directed. They just create a nice soft ambience. And they always default to the night light. Then overhead, you've got your dome light right here. It's a little more bright, doesn't create as nice of an ambience, but it's very useful.
Okay.
Down
I'm
here
filming.
you've got-
Can you let me film?
Yeah.
You got another couple of USB ports down here.
Perfect.
The sibling to the other 110 volt outlet.
So that, again, we can only use
On shore power. And then down here, this is your fuse panel and circuit breakers,
Okay.
and as well as the onboard charger.
Okay.
So when you plug into shore power and you're charging, say at home, or the unlikely event that you're in a campground, there's a little computer fan in here, and it just helps to keep things cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you're charging
Yeah,
and
because
you hear a
electricity
fan,
generates heat.
yep,
Okay.
the fan is a good thing.
What? How do we use that?
So this, you pull down on this knob, and then you just rotate counterclockwise, and that opens the lid. Got a little styrofoam thing in there that we'll push out here in a moment, and then you just push the on button.
Oh.
Go on. There we go. And so first tap turns it on setting 1, lowest, and then each of the next 3 settings goes to 2, 3, and 4,
Okay.
and then back down to 1.
Okay.
This is a really nice feature in the heat.
Really nice and cold.
And then this is where the fan off.
Yep.
What do you mean cold?
So think about this as like a 4-season tent. So a 4-season tent needs some kind of cross breeze to be able to evacuate humidity and cut down on condensation. Same thing with the trailer. And so on cold nights, what I would do is not have the fan all the way open necessarily, but just cracked open like an inch or so.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
To let the air. Okay.
Yep. And on the lowest 1 or 2 settings, that just draws out that air.
Okay.
And it really helps to cut down on condensation.
Okay.
Breathing.
Yep. And you can further that by cracking open a little window, just a little bit, helps to further pull air through.
Okay.
But then when you're done, you just hit the off button.
And close it.
Close it until it's nice and snug.
Okay.
And then push up on this knob so it doesn't rotate.
Okay.
The reason for that is so going down like Washboard Road or something like that, this could rattle open.
Okay.
And then let dust or
Got
rain
it.
in.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. And so then the porch light, you've got a switch overhead, 1 per side, and that controls the side porch light.
Wow. Okay.
Where's yours?
Right here.
Okay, good.
And the last thing is we're looking overhead, your skylight, big, great, beautiful view, night sky. But for full moon, or if you just want to hang out here, take a nap or sleep in, we've got the skylight shade that holds open and closed with the leather strap. Just like that.
Got it.
Is it spring loaded?
Nope, it just has like some memory to it.
Oh, okay.
We'll be very gentle
Okay.
with it.
So over time with use, that memory will kind of go away, and you won't even need this to hold it open or hold it closed. But to keep it open, you always want to make sure that's there.
Okay.
Important thing to note is that any time that there's no airflow, so if you're driving, if you're parked on the street, parked at home, it's important to keep this open and not closed.
Okay.
If there's airflow, the fan's going, you got a cross breeze, you're hanging out, something like that, it's safe to keep this closed.
Okay.
Just the doors open.
Yep. Yeah, when there's no airflow, it traps air between the skylight and the shade, and it causes issues with the shade, the skylight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to know.
All right, we're done looking overhead now.
What is this?
That's a storage bag. So you got a bunch of little pockets and compartments. This is a mesh one. I found that there's like JBL Bluetooth speakers. If you
Mhm.
set that there, you have phenomenal acoustics.
Oh, good. I have
So like
one.
watching movies or shows or something like that. And then these little shelves just flip up, and then you fold that little triangle out.
You're kidding.